Hi, friends and family. It's Maud here again, and welcome to your Feel Good Flow class. In this class, I really do just want you to feel good. We're not going to be thinking too much about alignment and angles and where everything's at. We are just going to move and breathe and make you feel good. Like that is my mission. I want you guys to leave this class or to be done with this class feeling better than when you started. And so, whichever time of the day that you're taking this, I my hope for you is that you come here and just feel joy in your movement. Props wise, I have my trusty blocks and my blanket, so feel free to grab those or feel free to grab anything that lets the floor meet you halfway. We will be in a standing pose. We will reach down towards the floor. And if you already know you have tight hamstrings or a tight back and the floor might be too far, then grab something. Or if you have sensitive knees, then grab the blanket as well. Otherwise, we are going to get started here on our backs. And I want you guys to lift your arms up and get your feet out wide. And we'll call this pose 5 point star. So as you're here, I want you to focus on relaxing your elbows, maybe moving the ankles a little bit before you truly plop them out. And getting all the fidgets and the wiggles out of the way. And then as your eyes are closed, we're keeping a soft gaze. Before you even change the breath, I want you to do a body scan. Pretend that you just drew a line with chalk from the top of your forehead all the way down to your pubic bone. And so you've divided the body in half. And so feel the difference between how the right side of your forehead feels compared to your left. Maybe your right cheek line, jaw line feels compared to the left. The right shoulder blade compared to the left. Your right waist, your right side body compared to the left. Maybe there's one side where more of your skin is touching the mat than it isn't compared to the other. Your right buttock compared to your left. Which one feels more grounded, perhaps heavier and lighter? And even the arms, which elbow it feels a little bit more grounded and heavy towards your mat or the floor. Your right hand and your right wrist compared to your left hand and your left wrist. The turning out of your right leg compared to the left. Toes, heels, the calf. And then scan the body as one unit, the space between the eyebrows, the jawline, the throat, the chest, your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, your pelvis. Just notice these little things. This is a feeling practice, so I want you to really acknowledge and recognize how you feel right now. And then let's change the breath. Take a deep inhale in. Expand your rib cage, front, side, and back, 360 degrees. As you exhale, open the mouth, let it out. Inhale in. Open the mouth, let it out. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. And then breathe like that. A couple more times on your own. And some of you may even choose to close the mouth on the exhale so that you're really breathing in and out through the nose. Ujjayi breath. So do that if you wish. Otherwise, just make sure that the breath is the big influencer in this.
On your next exhale, just bend your right elbow and slide the right elbow down, but keep it down towards the mat. And then slowly re-lengthen it. Inhale. Exhale, slide the right elbow down. Inhale, re-extend it. One more time, just slide the right elbow down. Then re-extend it. Let's call this your 5 o'clock. This time, inhale, bend the right leg and just open that right hip. You're sliding your right knee up. And then exhale, re-extend to your 5-point star. Just the right side, right leg. Inhale, right knee up and out with that hip. And then exhale, slide it back. One more time, inhale, right knee in. Exhale, re-extend. This time the elbow and the knees are going to come towards each other. Slide the right elbow down and the right knee up. And then slowly slide both sides up and back. One more time. Slide everything towards each other, elbow and right knee. And then slowly lengthen it. We'll add a little bit more, so slide the elbow and the knee towards each other. Pay attention to your left toes and your left hand, like you're drawing a circle towards the right side. Put your toes and make your rainbow. Make a circle with your fingers and your toes, and before you know it, you're coming into a ball on your side. You're curled into a ball. Inhale, extend the left arm and the left toes. Trace back that line and that rainbow, and then exhale, 5-point star. Bend the right elbow and the right knee. And then slowly trace that rainbow, trace that circle, like you're Leonardo da Vinci, and there's that circle around it. Curl up into a ball, and then slowly re-extend the left arm, left leg, trace that circle, 5-point star. And then one more time, right elbow, right knee towards each other. Trace that rainbow, that circle. Curl up into a ball, and then slowly extend. We'll add one more to that. Right elbow slides towards your right knee. And then slowly find that rainbow, that circle. Curl up into a ball on your right side. But the next time you inhale, you're going to burst like a star. Extend your arms, extend your legs. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. And then trace back that line. Nice job. 5-point star. Bend the right elbow, right knee. Trace it back. Curl up into a ball one more time. Burst into a star. Point your toes. You can even push yourself up and away from your mat. And then exhale. Curl into a ball. Before you come back to your 5-point star. Beautiful. Now we'll do all that on the left side. So shift back or forward. I'm pretty sure you moved on your mat. And then this time we're going to start with the left elbow just down and up. And just because we know where we're going doesn't mean we do now the movements fast. In fact, still, noticing exactly how this left side feels compared to the right. Just 3 times bending that left elbow into a cactus. And then opening up that left knee, lifting it up, sliding it up. Exhale back to 5-point star. Beautiful. 2 more times. Left knee, drag it up to the midline. Exhale, 5-point star. 1 more time. Left knee in and up. And then exhale, 5-point star. Beautiful. Now slide the elbow and the knee towards each other. This time you're going to draw your circle and your rainbow with your right hand. Toes on the right foot. Curl up into a ball. And then inhale, retrace that line, that circle with your right toes, right hand. Exhale, 5-point star. Let's do that 2 more times. Elbow and knee slide towards each other. And then make this rainbow with the toes, with the fingers. Curl up into a ball. And then slowly come up, retrace it. And then so come back to 5 point star. One more time on your own. I learned this from my workshop on somatics with Trina Altman. And if you don't know who she is, she's worth a follow on social media. Trace back with your right hand and your right toes, and it just feels so good. I'll never forget this flow. So, giving credit where credit is due, because we have to respect our teachers and our educators, and it's good to just acknowledge the work that they've done in our bodies because we remember all the yummy stuff like this one. All right, let's do that bursting star. A left elbow to the left knee. Trace with your right hand and right toes, curl up into a ball. This time, as you inhale, burst into a star. Lengthen the toes and the arms. Open up, and then exhale, curl up into a ball. And you're going to retrace that rainbow and that circle with your right hand and right legs. Right toes, rather. 5 point star. One more time. Slide it down. Trace. Curl up into a ball. Slowly explode like a supernova. And then exhale, curl up into a ball. Retrace it. 5 point star. Beautiful. Shifting yourself here on your mat. And keeping the feet and the legs separated, just turn your toes to the right side so that your knees are going to point to the right. Keeping the toes to the right, slide the heels in. Inhale, knees up. Drop them towards the left side. And then slide the heels back, keeping your toes pointing to the left. Then turn them to the right. Slide them in. Knees center to the left. And then slide them out. One more time in this direction. Toes right. Drag the heels in. Very gentle twist here, making that circle. And now let's reverse the direction. Toes to the left. Drag the heels in. Knees up, center to the right. Exhale, slide it back. 2 more times just doing this. Toes left first. Knees left, heels in. Drop the knees to the right. Slide it back, keeping toes to the right. 1 more time. Toes left first. Heels in. Knees to the right. And then come back to 5 point star. Good job, you guys. Keep lifting your arms up. Resituating yourselves in your mat if you wish to do so. Getting all the wiggles and the fidgets out of the way. And just take a moment here to breathe. You can briefly do that body scan, like we did at the start of class. And notice the spaces in your eyebrows, the jawline, the chest, the throat, your shoulder blades, upper back, mid back, pelvis, lower back, your elbows, your fingers, your shoulders, legs, front and back of the thigh, calves, the feet. And just take a moment to feel that. This time you're going to send the knees in, float the feet off of the mat. Hands can be behind the hamstrings, and take a couple of rocks back and forth on your mat. Up and down. Maybe one more time. And then slowly, my mic fell off. It's okay. And then slowly come into a seated position. Find your hands on top of your lap or your thighs. Lengthen the spine. Let's do some free-form neck rolls right here. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. And then slowly look up. Perhaps 3 circles in one direction would be enough. Feel the nice stretch. Just feel this movement here change something in the body. Perhaps it's changing the breath. One more circle that direction. And then slowly come to center.
Send your right foot behind you so that your left shin, your left leg is going to be sort of parallel in front of you. We're kind of in this deer pose. And then plant your left hand outside your left hip. And then slowly lift your right arm up. As you lift your right arm up, notice anything that feels sort of clunky here in your right shoulder, and just do these free-form shoulder rolls. Perhaps two in each direction. Really lifting up, feeling that reach. Beautiful. Keep your right arm open, and then slowly tap right hand towards your left hand. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap it. And yes, your right booty is going to naturally float off of the mat. One more time. Inhale. Open it up, twist the body. And then exhale. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale your right arm up. And then slowly squeeze your glutes to lift the hips up. Just find this nice short-lived shin box lift. Opening up the hips, and then exhale, slowly come down. You can turn your knees to the right, or you can just sort of stack and then place. So this time your right shin is right in front of you. Left foot is close to your left glute. Plant your right hand outside your right hip, and then lift your left arm up. Notice anything that feels tight in your shoulders, and then take this opportunity to do these nice shoulder rolls, perhaps two in one direction. And then do the other two, reverse. Once you're done with your second circle, keep your left arm lifted and then open it up to the side. You guys know I love doing this move. And then exhale, slowly tap left hand towards your right. Inhale, we just want to feel good, right? Exhale, let it travel. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, close that gate. And then keep it lifted. And then slowly squeeze the glutes to open up the hips. You can make this as dramatic or small or big, whatever feels good to you. Take a breath here, inhale. And then exhale, slowly come down. Nice job. Now this is when you might need a blanket if you have issues with your knees. And perhaps if you don't have a blanket, like I said, just fold your mat and make sure that your knees stay padded. We're going to start here in hero pose, but just make sure you're behind enough on your mat, then you can actually do a child's pose. So you're not at the top of your mat. All right. In this hero, we're going to send the back of our left hand on our back. So it doesn't have to be high up here. Just place it there. And then inhale the right arm up. And then you slowly come into a high kneeling position right here. As you inhale, open the heart up towards the ceiling, reach up, and then lengthen up, a little bit of back bend. And as you exhale, slowly send the hips back, reach the right arm forward, but the hips are back. And then plant the right hand, plant the left hand, come into a child's pose. As you inhale, you shift the body forward, come into a cow. Then as you exhale, you round out the spine. All the way hips to the heels. And then send your left hand behind you again. Right arm is going to be long. And then inhale, lengthen it up. Come into a high kneeling position. Slight back bend. You can look up if that feels good to your neck. And as you exhale, you find the time to do a lateral bend stretch over to the left side. And then slowly come to center. This time, back of the right hand is going to be behind you. Left arm reaches. Inhale. Slight back bend. Open the chest towards the sky. As you exhale, hips back. Left arm forward. Plant the palm. Right hand meets the left. Next inhale, you're going to shift the body forward into a cow. Hands underneath shoulders, and then exhale into cat. All the way hips to heels. Back of the right hand on your back once again. Lengthen left arm. Inhale, reach up. High kneeling position. And then take the time to find a nice back bend right here. On an exhale, lateral bend to the right. Feels good. Reach up. And then slowly left arm down. Let's do that one more time. Back of the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches. Back bend a little bit. Exhale, arms in front, hips to the back. Plant the palm. Left hand joins the right. Inhale, shift forward. Find this cow pose. Arch the spine. And then exhale, round it out. And then send the hips towards the heels. Left hand behind you. Right arm long. Inhale, high kneeling position. Revisit that back bend, reach up. And as you exhale, find the lateral bend stretch to your left side. I don't know about you guys, but this already feels good. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the left arm. Take the time to a back bend. And then exhale, slowly hinge, hips to back, hands to front, plant the palm. And then child's pose, right hand joins the left. Inhale, shift forward. Find your cow pose. Let the spine smile and perhaps you smile as well. And then exhale, slowly round. And then reach your hips towards your heels. Right hand behind you. Left arm long. Inhale, high kneeling position. A little bit of back bend. Before you exhale, lateral bend stretch to the right. Slowly come back to center and come into your quadruped or hands and knees. Do a few cat cows if that feels good to you. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and like a slight zipping of the belly. Before you do your cat cows, which you're going to arch the spine on an inhale, like we just did, and then exhale to round. I need to give credit to Trina Altman, who really introduced me to that type of flow that we just did. And according to her, she got it from her friend Yoga with Kylie. So it's always good to give credit where credit is due because I really did enjoy that hero to half childs. It's just a very nice flow. It's kind of simple, but at the same time, it just feels good. One more time. Arch the spine, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Slowly round. Nice job. Come into downward facing dog, please. Tuck the feet or the toes in the back. Slowly lift your hips back and up. Into a downward facing dog. Perhaps pedaling one leg at a time. Making sure that the feet are at least hip width apart. Hands are at least shoulder width apart, which means they can be wider. Find some strength in the shoulders here. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. Perhaps closing the eyes to shake the head yes and no. Nice job. Now come into your downward facing dog, please. And send your heels to the right, toes point to the left. Send your hips back and up. Find this nice stretch over on the left side. Woohoo! Inhale back to center. And then let's go over to the other side. Heels left, toes right. Send hips back and to the left. Find this stretch on the right side. Inhale, slowly come to center. Breathe into your down dog. Inhale, take the time right here. Making that letter A shape. And then exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, slowly send the right foot outside of the right palm. And I'm going to be facing away from you for now, but then get your left ankle to be right behind the left knee. And then your right foot is going to be sort of in this bent gait right here, aligned with your left knee. And then open the arms to the side, warrior two on your knees. Inhale. And as you exhale, maybe the right hand cradles the calf or the shin, and then lift your left arm up. Feel that side stretch on the left. Next inhale, pull the left arm up, plant it down on a block or on a mat. Straighten the right leg and then lift your right leg up. Sorry, your right arm up. Beautiful. Slowly come up. Bend the leg once again, this right leg, and place your hands behind the head. And then we're just going to do lateral bend stretch on the left, the right side. About 2 more. Left elbow down, right elbow down. And this time, keep bending towards the left side, but then send the crown of the head a little farther towards the left. Straighten the right leg. Breathe in here. And perhaps you let go of your hands. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale, hands back to the head. Bend the right leg again. Plant your hands down. Come into your quadruped. Perhaps 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale to arch. And then exhale, round it out. Tuck your toes. And then come back into downward facing dog. Let's start with the left side. Heels left, toes right. Send hips back. Heels center, heels right, toes left. And then send the hips back. Find this nice stretch. Come into downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Bottom of the exhale, step, or plant your left foot outside your left hand. Plant your right knee and send your right ankle behind the right knee. And the left foot is going to be aligned with your right knee. Or in line, rather. This bent gait. Open up the arms for warrior 2 on your knees. Look towards your left middle finger. Inhale. And as you exhale, perhaps you cradle your left ankle, lift your right arm up. Inhale. Pulls you up, plant the right hand down, lengthen the left leg, and then slowly lift your left arm up. Beautiful. Come to center. Bend the left leg. Interlace your fingers behind the head, open up the elbows. Left leg, keep it long. And then let's do that teeter-totter on the left and right side. How does this feel on your waist and your obliques? How does this feel on your shoulders? Perhaps some of you, maybe even your neck, right? It feels good to have the head be supported. And perhaps you stay here on this right side. And then you open up your arms. Just feel good, right? This is a feel-good flow. Not being such a yoga police or an alignment or anything like that. Just feel good. And then interlace hands behind the head once again. Bend the legs and slowly plant the hands towards the top of your mat. Come into your quadruped. And then lift the hips back and up for downward facing dog. 1 breath right here. Make that letter A shape with the tailbone as the top of your letter A. Inhale. And then exhale. Bottom of the exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. And come into Tadasana. Perhaps you lift your torso up, your arms up first. And you come into mountain. Like I said, if you know you have tight hamstrings, just go ahead and grab your yoga block or your yoga prop and place it on top of the mat so that you know that the floor can just meet you halfway, okay? Keep it there. Come into Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale, lengthen your left arm in front of you and then slowly send it to the right, and then you're going to do a lateral bend stretch to the left, almost like you're looking beyond your right armpit. Inhale back to center. Lift the left arm up. We're going to do all that on the right side, right arm long in front of you. Let it travel to the left and find this nice lateral bend stretch on the left. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And then left arm in front of you once again, and we'll do a flow out of this. Let it travel to the right. Lateral bend stretch on your right side. Inhale right here to center. Lift the left arm up. And as you exhale, you're going to fold forward into your Uttanasana. And as you're here, you keep your left hand on a block or on a mat. Your right hand can be on your lower back. As you bend your left leg, straighten your right leg, come into this bent half Uttanasana. If it feels good on your shoulders, you can lift your right arm up. Drop left ear towards your left shoulder. Close the eyes and feel this pose. Inhale. And then exhale. Feel like somebody's pulling you up. So you lengthen your right arm up, you lift it, you float the left hand, and before you know it, you're coming up with both arms up. Let's do it all on the right side. Right arm in front of you. Let it travel to the left. Find this nice lateral bend stretch once again. Inhale to center, right arm lifts. Exhale, find your Uttanasana fold, hips to the back. Plant your right hand down on your mat or on a block. Bend your right leg. You can send your left hand on your lower back before you try to get to this half lift. If it feels good on the shoulders, lift your left arm up. You can look towards your left hand. Again, feel this. Take a pause. Close the eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Imagine somebody's pulling you up, so you lift up, float the right arm, and before you know it, right arm lifts. And you're coming back to center for mountain pose. Let's add on to that. Inhale, both arms lift. This time, drop your left hand down, bend your left leg, keep your right arm up. We're right here once again in this bent leg half Uttanasana. Deep inhale. As you exhale, plant the palms down and then send your right foot behind you. No, left foot behind you first. There you go. You're in this low lunge. Plant your left hand down. Turn your toes to the right side so you're in this side plank variation. Lift your right arm up. You can stay right here, or on an exhale, you can drop your left hip down on a hover and reach your right arm out towards your left foot. Inhale, lift your hips up. Do 2 more times and do any fancy variation or not so fancy variation with your arms, whatever feels good. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Stay right here for a breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, plant your hands and make a quarter turn towards the back of the mat, the other side of the mat, and bending your left leg into a lateral lunge. Sending your hips back. And then keeping the left leg bent, right leg long, walk your hands towards your right foot. Find this nice deep stretch over on the left side. Inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands towards your left foot. Frame the left foot and come into a plank pose. You know your plank. Draw a line in your midline and feel like you could move in one unit. Glute squeeze, strong legs, soft breath. Also engaging the muscles underneath the armpits and the sides of the ribs. So it's just not all leg work. It's part of your core as well. Send your heels to the right, bend your legs, and then send your hips back. Inhale to center, back to plank pose. Let's do it on the left side. Heels left, toes right. And then bend the legs and then bend the legs and send the hips back. Like we did in down dog before. Coming into a plank.
And then lift your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale, slowly send the foot between the palms or towards the top of your mat. And find a high crescent lunge. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Inhale to reach up. And then exhale, lateral bend stretch over to the right side. A bend in the left leg encourages some hip flexor stretch. Find center, drop left heel down, and find your warrior two. Look beyond your right middle finger. Inhale here. As you exhale, side angle, right forearm down, lift your left arm up. Still feeling good? No overthinking, right? No overanalyzing. Just move the body, do what feels good. As you inhale, find reverse triangle. So you're going to straighten the right leg, left hand down, right arm up. Beautiful. And then we'll do full triangle. Send your right arm forward. Send your hips to the left. Right hand on the block, on the floor, or on your shins. Lift your left arm up. Ooh, nice length on that left side. Inhale here. As you exhale, just slowly lower the arms. Bend your left leg. Find Skandasana here. If your Skandasana is a little bit lifted or rounded in the spine, respect that. Stay where you are. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly frame the left foot. Step back into a plank. One breath here to squeeze everything towards your midline. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen what you can lengthen, soften what you can soften. Inhale. On an exhale, whoo. Bottom of the exhale, slowly step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward. And then slowly torso up, arms up, reach up. And hands to heart center. Tap your thumbs towards your chest. Close your eyes. Recognize those body parts that we had just talked about. And notice any changes there. Between your eyebrows, your jawline, throat, chest, shoulders, mid-back, belly, pelvis, and legs. Open the eyes. You can keep your hands to heart center. Step your right foot back. Turn here. Open your arms out to the side, also your toes a little bit. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your lower back and your hips. Nice. Now we're going to keep the legs stable. And then we're going to just sort of shift the body left and right. You can even keep a soft bend in your knees. Yes, I've said it 100 million times. Do what feels good. Hands to heart center. Turn towards the right side and then step the left foot in. Beautiful, guys. Nice. Inhale the arm up. As you exhale, right hand drops. And then you bend the right leg. Find this twist once again. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. And then you slowly plant the hands. Step your right foot back. And then turn your toes over to the left. Lift your left arm up. Beautiful. Stay right here. Or like I encouraged before, you can also just be playful. Exhale, hover the right hip. Lengthen the left arm towards the right foot. And then inhale up. 2 more times. Like I said, fancy, not fancy. Awkward. If it feels awkward, that's fine. Be playful. Don't take it so seriously. It's just yoga. Inhale up. As you exhale, you're going to plant the hands towards the top of your mat. Circle back into this nice lateral lunge where you bend the right leg and the left leg is long. Breathe.
Send your booty back. Feel that nice length in the spine. And then keeping the right leg bent, left leg long, walk your hands towards your left foot. Yummy stretch on the right side. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands and frame the right foot. Plant the palms, revisit your plank. Zip everything in towards your midline. Strong legs, strong core. Again, the muscles underneath the armpits and the sides of the ribs, those tend to be ignored in plank. Ignite them. Wake them up. Inhale. As you exhale, send the heels right and then bend the legs. Send your hips back. Inhale back to plank. This time heels left, toes right. Bend the legs. Come back into your plank. And then downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Inhale, left leg lifts. As you exhale, step the left foot between the palms or towards the top of your mat. Right heel is lifted, come into a high crescent lunge. This time, left hand grabs the right wrist. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, lateral bend to the left side. Bend in the right leg encourages a hip flexor stretch on the right side. Perhaps you can also squeeze the glute. Inhale, lengthen out. Plant the back heel, warrior two. Left leg is bent, right leg is long. Feel liberation in your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, left forearm on your left thigh. Find this nice side angle variation. Open up the right arm. Next time you inhale, you're going to lengthen the left leg. Find reverse triangle. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale right here. And on an exhale, we're going to do full triangle. Send your hips to the right. Left hand on the block on the floor or on your shins. Lift your right arm up. Breathe. Inhale. Soften that knee, that front knee. And as you exhale, circle the right arm and then bend the right leg for Skandasana on this side. Again, honor your Skandasana. If your ankles, your heels are just not mobile enough just yet, honor that and just be a little bit upright and be okay with it. And then slowly come back into this lunge. Frame your right foot. Plant the palm and then come into your plank pose. Deep breath right here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And then out. Beautiful. Bottom of the exhale, step the right foot towards the front of the mat. Torso up, arms up, reach up. Hands to heart center. Step the left foot back. Toes out, hands on the hips. This time you can do circles with your hips. I know some of us, right, tend to just overthink these poses, go the other direction. And we just forget to have fun, to just let the body move and let the mind go. And then keeping the legs stable, do your swings. Perhaps the swing can be big or small. Find a little bit of twist. Nice job. 2, 1. Hands to heart center. Turn towards your left side. Step your right foot in. We're going to do that floor one more time with some add-ons, and only if you want these add-ons. Otherwise, feel free to skip. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, drop the left hand, bend the left leg. Half Uttanasana, reach your right arm up. Inhale here. As you exhale, plant the palms and step your left foot back. Turn the toes towards the right side. Side plank variation with your right arm lifted. Stay here or let's move. Let's just do 2 this time. Inhale to reach up and lift the hips up. Exhale to hover down. Reach up. Nice job. As you come to middle, plant your palms, turn over to the other side of the mat. Bend your left leg, lengthen your right leg, lateral lunge. Walk your hands towards your right foot, keeping the legs where they are. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly frame the left foot, come into your low lunge, and then find your plank pose. Taking this chance, this opportunity to just move and feel the squeeze as one unit. Inhale. As you exhale, send the heels to the right, bend the legs, send the hips back. Inhale, back to plank. Heels left, toes right, send it back, bend the legs. Beautiful, come back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, as you lift your right leg up, find the opportunity to do scorpion. So just bend the right leg, right foot close to your glute. If you want to fire hydrant, then you can fire hydrant, opening up the hip. If this is plenty enough or good enough, stay right here. Or you also have the opportunity to do wild thing, which means you're going to be in the outer edge of your left foot, dropping the right foot behind, lifting the right arm up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back into your three-legged dog, but also have the opportunity to revisit your scorpion. And on an exhale, slowly plant the right foot, either between the palms or towards the top of your mat, and find high crescent lunge. Oof. Nice job. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Find the opportunity to find this lateral bend stretch right here. Inhale. As you exhale, you have the option to do warrior three. So you can step your left foot towards the front of the mat. You can float the arms and float the left foot as well. Just know you can also place your hands on the block. Otherwise, float in your warrior three. Or leave your right arm behind, lengthen the left arm in front. Inhale. Soften the right leg, plant the left foot, and then come into a warrior two with your back heel planted, right leg bends, left leg long. Breathe. No overthinking, right? Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Right forearm onto your right thigh. The next time you inhale, lengthen the front leg, reverse triangle. Send your right arm up. Exhale, full triangle, hips left. Plant the hand anywhere it feels comfortable. Lift the left arm up. Inhale. Circle down the left arm. Find Skandasana here with the left leg bent, right leg long. Except we may sit in this Skandasana. You can hug that left shin in with your right hand and then lift the left arm up. Woo! Any opportunity to find a side bend is always good. If this is plenty or if this is good enough, stay right here. Otherwise, you can also reach towards your right foot and then slowly spiral the body up to find your nice, sort of intense side bend. Breathe right here. And then exhale, slowly let go. Woo-wee. Plant your hands down. Frame the left foot. Come back into a plank. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Bottom of the exhale, walk or step the right and left foot towards the top of the mat. Inhale, torso up, arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step the right foot back. Turn over to the right side. Step the left foot in. Inhale, we'll get right to it. Exhale, drop the right hand. Bend the right leg. Halfway lift with a twist. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the palms. Step your right foot back. Turn the toes to the left side of your mat. Make your adjustments. Left arm lifts. Inhale. If you choose to do the hover and lift, do just 2 of those. But make it feel good. Exhale. Lift up. Plant the left palm. Turn the body over to the other side of the mat. Lateral lunge with the right leg bent, left leg long. Inhale. As you exhale, keep the bend in the leg. Keep everything where it is, except the hands are going to walk towards your left foot. We've been here before. Inhale here. And then exhale, slowly frame the right foot. Step into your plank. Squeeze everything towards your midline. Inhale. Exhale, heels right, toes left. Bend the legs, send the hips back. Woo-wee. This is such a good stretch. Inhale, plank pose. Heels left, toes right. Center heels back. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, please. Exhale it out. Inhale, scorpion, bend the left leg. So left foot's going to be close to the glutes. Or you can make this a fire hydrant where you open the hips. You can stay in this fire hydrant if it feels good, or do wild thing. Dropping the left foot, be on the outside edge of the right foot, lifting your right arm up. Find your nice arch. Exhale, slowly plant. 3-legged dog, or revisit your scorpion or fire hydrant. And as you exhale, slowly plant the left foot towards the top of your mat, revisiting that high crescent lunge. Woo, I'm starting to sweat now, but still feels good. Left hand grabs your right wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend towards your left. Nice hip flexor stretch here if your right leg is bent. Inhale. As you exhale, back to center. You can do warrior 3 by stepping the right foot in, or just floating. And then soften the bend in the standing leg, the left leg, and sending your right leg back. If you want to be even more playful, left hand behind you, right arm lengthens out. Just being playful, or you just plant your hands on the mat or the blocks. As you exhale, soften the landing of the right foot, warrior 2. Look beyond your left middle finger. Inhale. Feel capable and strong. Exhale, side angle. Right arm lifts. The next time you inhale, you straighten the left leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle. Hips right. Plant the left hand down anywhere it feels good. Right arm lifts. Make a circle with that right arm. Skandasana with your right leg bent, left leg long. You can stay right here, or you can sit back as well. However you want to sit, just sit. Left hand can cup your shins, lifting your right arm up. Any opportunity to do a side bend. It just feels so good. I didn't mention this earlier, but you do have the option to grab that foot. If you want to grab a strap, do so. Otherwise, just stay right here or grab the foot and spiral the body up. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Whew. And then turn over towards the top of your mat. Come back into your plank pose. Deep inhale here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Last down dog in class. Inhale it in. Exhale it out. Bottom of your exhale, plant your knees apart. Toes towards each other, find child's pose. Plant your forehead on top of your hands in this child's pose variation. Relax the elbows down and just breathe.
starting to soften the breath. The hard work is over. The mission was to feel good, not judge, not criticize, and not be frustrated. So if you fell, you fell. If you felt like your side body felt short and tight, let it be, let it go. What's important is that you showed up and that you did it. And with a smile on your face, come out of this child's pose and make your way lying down on your backs. Let's all revisit the 5-point star or the X point that we did at the start of class. In here, guys, no shackles, nothing. You feel liberated. Be yourself, sink into your sand. And like I said, smile. Feels good to be able to move. Feels good to have yoga in our lives to sort of be this check in. Like, how do you feel? Are the mind and soul aligned with your body? Or is something disconnected? Let's revisit those circling motion that we did with a twist. Turn your toes to the right, knees to the right. Send your heels in. Inhale, knees to center, drop them left. And then slide your heels out. One more in this direction, toes right, toes right, knees right. Feels so good, I can't talk. Drag your heels in, knees up, knees left, lengthen out. Just do 2 of those in the exact opposite direction. No overthinking. Do what feels good. This is a twist that we're just doing with some motion in the legs and some sliding and gliding. If there's one more movement that you're just hungry for, that the body is craving, do so. It could be a twist, it could be happy baby, whatever feels good to you, please do that. And now's the time to not look at me. Now's the time to really see what your body is needing. Listen to what your muscles are saying, and perhaps you just do the X point or the 5-point star. Be okay with the silence, not having to be instructed all the time. Let your body guide you. You have 4 more breaths of play. Whenever you're ready, find your Shavasana. Closing the eyes, deep inhale. Exhale. Get any fidgets out of the way. Maybe legs apart, hands on either side of the hips, or you can revisit the 5-point star. In your Shavasana, recognize the body parts, the points of the body we had pointed out before: middle of the eyebrows, throat and chest, jawline, mid-back, belly, rib cage, lower back, pelvis, legs, quads, hamstrings, calf, shin, and heels. And then you enjoy your resting pose. And then you start to deepen the breath. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Then you move your fingers and toes. Fidget, wiggle, move, move, move. And then you bend your legs, roll onto any side of your choice. Heart heavy, head heavy. And then you gently push yourselves up with the upper hand, coming into a nice seated position right here with the shins crossed. I encourage you guys to just smile right now with your palms pressed together at heart center, thumbs touching your chest. Bow your head towards your hands. Say a word of gratitude and say a word of strength, ability, and positive about your body and mind and soul right now. Inhale here. And as you exhale, take a deep bow towards yourselves. And for your inner teacher and inner guru that came to class today, I thank you so much, you guys, for sharing your practice. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you really did feel good. I appreciate each and every one of you, from my house to yours. Namaste, namaste. Thank you, goodbye, and take care. Feels good. Thanks, guys. Bye.